Incredible. The ancient world is filled with stories of powerful rulers, grand empires, and epic battles. But some figures transcend time, their legacies echoing through the ages. Today, we're diving into the life of one of the most iconic figures in history, King David. Shepherd, warrior, poet, king. David's life was a tapestry woven with threads of triumph and tragedy, faith and fallibility. His story, as recounted in the sacred texts, continues to fascinate and inspire, offering lessons in courage, devotion, and the complexities of the human experience. Join me, if you will, as we journey back through the mists of time to uncover 16 amazing facts you might not know about the legendary King David. Imagine being the youngest of 8 sons. In a time when birth order often dictated destiny, the youngest often found themselves overshadowed, their potential overlooked. Such was the case with David, the youngest of Jesse's sons. Born into a family of shepherds in Bethlehem, David's early life was likely filled with the rhythms of nature, tending to his father's flocks under the vast expanse of the sky. Little did he know that destiny had a much grander plan for him, a path that would lead him far from the familiar fields he called home. Even in his youth, David possessed a courage and strength that belied his years, traits honed by protecting his flock from predators and the harsh elements. It was this hidden potential, a spark of something extraordinary, that would ultimately set him on a course to become one of the most revered figures in history. Before the crown, before the battles, before the psalms that would echo through eternity, David was a shepherd. A humble calling, some might say, yet one that instilled in him a deep connection to the land, to the rhythms of nature, and to the importance of caring for those entrusted to him. Each day David would lead his sheep to green pastures, his days spent under the open sky, his nights illuminated by the vast canopy of stars. It was a solitary existence, one that allowed for contemplation and fostered a profound sense of dependence on a higher power. Little did David know that these formative years, spent tending his flock, were shaping him for a destiny far greater than he could have ever imagined. For it was in the stillness of the fields, amidst the bleating of sheep and the whisper of the wind, that David cultivated the qualities of patience, resilience, and unwavering faith that would define his reign as king. David was anointed by Samuel. In the tapestry of biblical history, few figures loom as large as King David, a shepherd, a warrior, a king. His life a testament to the unpredictable nature of destiny, but even the most extraordinary journeys begin with a single step. For David, that step was taken not by his own volition, but by divine intervention. In the heart of ancient Israel, the prophet Samuel, guided by God's unwavering hand, embarked on a sacred mission. Guided by divine revelation, Samuel poured the sacred oil upon David's head, marking him as the future king of Israel. It signified God's favor and the immense potential that lay dormant within young David. He defeated Goliath with a sling and a stone. Word of the Philistine giant Goliath spread like wildfire through the Israelite camp. His towering presence instilled fear into the hearts of even the most seasoned soldiers. For 40 days Goliath taunted the armies of Israel. David, still a youth, felt a righteous anger stir within him. How dare this Philistine defy the armies of the living God? Armed with faith and his shepherd's tools, David stepped forward. He refused armor, choosing his sling. 5 smooth stones became his ammunition. The valley held its breath as David launched a single stone. The stone found its mark, and Goliath crumpled to the ground. David's victory reverberated through the valley. It was a testament to the power of faith over fear. The Philistines, witnessing the fall of their champion, were routed, and David became a symbol of hope and inspiration. David was a talented musician. King David was a warrior, a leader, a poet, and a musician. His music intertwined with his spirituality and destiny. As a shepherd, he communed with God through his harp. Word of his talent reached King Saul. Saul, tormented, sought solace in David's music. David's melodies brought peace to the troubled king. His music was worship, a channel of faith and solace. David's life was a tapestry woven with threads of triumph and tragedy, of love and loss. And through it all he found solace and expression in music. He was a shepherd, a warrior, a king, but also a poet, a musician who poured his soul into the strings of his harp. The Book of Psalms, a collection of sacred poems and hymns, stands as a testament to David's profound connection with the divine. These ancient verses echo with the joys and sorrows, the doubts and the faith of a man who walked closely with God. They speak of battles fought and victories won, of despair overcome by hope, of a heart laid bare before the Creator. David's psalms are timeless, transcending the boundaries of language and culture. They resonate with people across generations and faiths, offering comfort in times of need, inspiration in moments of despair, and a glimpse into the depths of the human spirit. They are a gift, a legacy of faith and artistry passed down through millennia. In the annals of history, few friendships shine as brightly as the bond between David and Jonathan. Jonathan, son of King Saul, could have seen David as a rival, a threat to his own claim to the throne. Instead, he saw a kindred spirit, a man of courage and conviction. Their friendship was forged in the fires of adversity. Jonathan recognized David's anointing, his destiny, and instead of envy, he offered unwavering support and loyalty. Together they faced danger, shared secrets, and found strength in their shared belief in God's plan. Even when Saul's jealousy drove a wedge between them, their bond remained unbreakable. Jonathan's love for David transcended the political turmoil, a testament to the enduring power of true friendship. Their story is a timeless reminder that even in a world of ambition and intrigue, the bonds of brotherhood can prevail. I bet you didn't know how David's journey from shepherd to king unfolded. Destiny had a firm grip on David's life, guiding him along a path that led from the sheepfolds to the seat of power. His anointing by Samuel was not a guarantee of an easy ascension, but rather a signpost on a journey fraught with challenges. David's rise to kingship began in the southern territory of Judah. Here among his own tribe, he proved his leadership, his courage, and his wisdom. He ruled with justice and compassion, earning the respect and loyalty of his people. But David's destiny extended beyond the borders of Judah. He was chosen to unite all the tribes of Israel, a task that would require more than military might. It would demand diplomacy, strategic alliances, and the unwavering belief that he was fulfilling a divine purpose. His reign in Judah was just the beginning, the first chapter in a story that would see him rise to become the greatest king in Israel's history, a king after God's own heart, the unifier. David's reign marked a turning point in the history of Israel. He understood that a divided nation fragmented into 12 tribes would be vulnerable. His vision was one of unity, a single kingdom, strong and indivisible. And so, David embarked on a quest to bring the 12 tribes of Israel together. It was a delicate dance of diplomacy, power, and persuasion. David's charisma, coupled with his military victories, earned him the respect of the tribes. He forged alliances, mended old wounds, and gradually wove a tapestry of unity. Under his rule, the 12 tribes of Israel stood together as one nation stronger than ever before. The conqueror of Jerusalem. In his quest to solidify the newfound unity of Israel, David sought a capital city, a city that belonged to no single tribe, a neutral ground where all could come together. His gaze fell upon Jerusalem, a strategically vital city held by the Jebusites. The Jebusites, confident in their impregnable fortress, mocked David's attempts to conquer it. But David, a seasoned warrior and a brilliant strategist, found a way. He discovered a hidden shaft, a secret entrance into the heart of the fortress. With stealth and courage, David's men infiltrated the city, taking the Jebusites by surprise. Jerusalem, once deemed unconquerable, fell to David, marking a pivotal moment in his reign. The Sacred Ark. David had captured Jerusalem, establishing it as the capital of a unified Israel. Yet something was missing, a spiritual center, a symbol of God's presence. His thoughts turned to the Ark of the Covenant, a sacred chest containing the 10 Commandments. For years, the Ark had been kept in Kiriath Jearim, its journey seemingly forgotten. David, determined to bring the Ark to Jerusalem, assembled a grand procession. With music and dancing amidst the jubilant cheers of the Israelites, the Ark began its journey. The procession, however, was not without mishap, a stark reminder of the Ark's sacred power. Finally, the ark reached Jerusalem, carried into the city with reverence and placed within a tent, marking the city as the spiritual heart of Israel. David, the shepherd who ascended to kingship, was a man of great charisma and influence. His life was marked by multiple marriages. This was common for rulers of his era. David had 8 wives: Abigail, Ahinoam, Maacah, Haggith, Abital, Elah, Bathsheba, and Michal. Each played a role in his reign. From these unions, many children were born. They inherited David's legacy, marked by triumphs and tragedies. The shadow of Bathsheba. Even amidst the triumphs and tribulations of leadership, human passions can lead us down perilous paths. King David, the revered warrior poet, was not immune to such temptations. His story, etched in the ancient texts, reveals a stark truth. Even the most righteous hearts can be swayed by desire. It began with a glance, a fleeting moment of attraction that ignited a forbidden flame. Bathsheba, the wife of Uriah the Hittite, became the object of King David's desire. Their clandestine affair, concealed in the shadows of the palace walls, would have far-reaching consequences. Driven by his longing, David committed an act of deception, ultimately leading to the death of Uriah. This transgression, a stain on the otherwise illustrious reign of King David, would not go unpunished. The prophet Nathan arrived, his words sharp as a sword, revealing to David the gravity of his sins. The consequences of his actions would forever alter the course of his life, his family, and his kingdom. The rebellion of Absalom. The consequences of our actions often reverberate far beyond the immediate aftermath. For King David, the repercussions of his past deeds would manifest in the most heart-wrenching of ways, a rebellion led by his own son, Absalom. Absalom, a young man of striking appearance and undeniable charisma, turned the hearts of many against his father. The seeds of discord sown by David's past transgressions had taken root, bearing the bitter fruit of rebellion. The conflict was a deeply personal tragedy, a father forced to confront the rebellion of his own flesh and blood. David faced an agonizing dilemma: how to quell an uprising without destroying the son he still loved. The ensuing conflict would test the very core of David's being. The fate of his kingdom and his own legacy hung precariously in the balance. David's victories in battle had secured his kingdom, but his heart yearned for something more. He envisioned a permanent dwelling place for the Ark of the Covenant, a structure that would embody the majesty of God and stand as a testament to his faith. Though he was a warrior by trade, David possessed a deep reverence for the divine. He pored over plans, meticulously designing a temple that would surpass all others in grandeur and splendor. Every detail, from the dimensions of the courtyard to the intricate carvings on the walls, was imbued with symbolic meaning. But David's reign was drawing to a close, and he knew that he would not live to see his vision realized. He entrusted the task to his son Solomon, passing on not only the blueprints, but also the weight of a sacred duty. The construction of the temple would be a monumental undertaking, a testament to both human ingenuity and unwavering faith. David's life was a tapestry woven with threads of triumph and tragedy, of unwavering faith and human fallibility. He was a shepherd, a warrior, a king, a poet, and a musician. He tasted both the sweetness of victory and the bitterness of defeat. He experienced the depths of human emotion, from the heights of joy to the depths of despair, and through it all his heart remained tethered to his God. David's story reminds us that even the greatest among us are not without flaws. It is in our imperfections, perhaps, that our humanity shines through most brightly. Despite his shortcomings, David is remembered as a man after God's own heart. His unwavering devotion, his passionate psalms, and his unwavering pursuit of a deeper connection with the divine continue to inspire people of faith centuries later. From shepherd to king, musician to warrior, David's life was a testament to the complexities of the human experience. His story, passed down through generations, continues to captivate and inspire. It reminds us that greatness can emerge from humble beginnings, and that even the most powerful figures grapple with faith, doubt, and the weight of their decisions. If you found this video useful, please leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts or any questions you have about King David. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating historical insights.